Let's get right into it. Today in this explainer, we're unpacking what is absolutely a masterstroke in the media and entertainment world. We're looking at how Jio Hotstar took the highly anticipated digital premiere of the blockbuster film Durandar 2 and completely reinvented the advertising model from the ground up. By the end of this, you're going to see exactly how the line between a traditional movie premiere and a live national event has been completely erased. But before we even touch that brilliant streaming strategy, we have to talk about the sheer, undeniable gravity of this film. 1,812 crore rupees. That is the staggering worldwide box office collection Durandar 2 brought in during its 77-day theatrical run. I mean, we're talking about monumental scale here. You don't just quietly drop a product with this level of hype onto a streaming platform, right? You have to turn it into a massive cultural moment. When a film hits this kind of financial stratosphere, the traditional streaming playbook goes right out the window.
All right, let's jump into Section 1, the Blockbuster Foundation, structuring the OTT deal.
Jio Hotstar reportedly secured the domestic digital streaming rights for a massive 150 crore rupees. But here's the thing, they didn't just buy a movie, they engineered a nationwide spectacle. This wasn't just a Hindi release, it had a pan-India footprint right from day one. And by bringing in over 50 brands, Jio Hotstar basically orchestrated brand participation on a level that's usually strictly reserved for live sports. So you're probably wondering, how exactly did they get all of those brands on board for a movie? That brings us to Section 2, the 7 p.m. masterstroke, changing viewing habits. Think about how this usually works. Typically, OTT platforms drop their new movies right at midnight. It completely relies on solitary viewing, letting you watch whenever, maybe doing a bit of midnight scrolling in bed by yourself. But Jio Hotstar flipped the script. They forced a shared national event. By locking the premiere of Durandar 2 to exactly June 4th, 2026 at 7 p.m., they essentially ripped up the streaming rulebook. They leveraged their 500 million monthly active users and transported us right back to the days of mandatory family co-viewing in the living room. Think about it. Instead of everyone retreating to their own personal screens in different rooms, you're back on the couch, fighting over the popcorn, watching together as a household. So how do you actually force millions of people to tune in at the exact same minute for a movie they might have already seen in theaters? Well, they used some pretty brilliant tactics. First, kick things off with a 30-minute live pre-show featuring unscripted cast interactions to build immediate social media traction. Second, launch it simultaneously across 5 languages: Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Kannada. But the real genius? It was the raw and undego factor. They promised an unrated, extended cut with unfiltered dialogue and 3 extra minutes of unseen footage. That gave even the repeat theatrical viewers a massive case of FOMO, forcing them onto their couches at exactly 6:59 p.m. Moving on to Section 3, the advertising miracle, targeting CTV audiences. By migrating this massive, high-value living room audience over to connected TV apps, Jio Hotstar offered advertisers an absolute goldmine: precision audience targeting. This is a huge deal. Unlike traditional satellite TV, where a luxury car brand and a local soap brand have to share the exact same generic commercial break, connected TV allows for targeted, programmatic ad injection. They could serve premium, high-definition ads specifically tailored directly to affluent consumer profiles. It completely changes the game for media buyers who want absolute certainty that their ad dollars are hitting the right living rooms. And because of that incredible targeting capability, Jio Hotstar secured a 50-plus brand coalition for just a single movie premiere. We're talking about corporate heavyweights here, like Pidilite's Fevicol and Opela's Dolcoflex. By tying these ad placements right to the pre-show, brands secured non-skippable premium slots without getting lost in the chaotic noise you usually get during a live match. And here's the real kicker. Unlike a live cricket tournament, where ad relevance plummets the exact second the match ends, a blockbuster movie provides sustained, long-tail brand equity as millions more stream the film over the entire weekend. They literally monetized a single movie premiere exactly like a traditional primetime cricket tournament. Which takes us to Section 4, the live traffic reality, addressing the critics. Yeah, to be fair, internet watchdogs and certain media outlets were pretty quick to point out a slight irony in the marketing here. As one headline bluntly put it, main sponsor, live entertainment, main result, audiences showed the difference between a movie and a pitch. The core criticism basically revolved around the label live entertainment being heavily applied to what is, at the end of the day, a pre-recorded film sitting on a server. Critics argue that no matter how much you hype up an extended cut, viewers know they can ultimately just watch it tomorrow in their own time. And this perfectly brings us to the live traffic paradox.
Critics correctly pointed out that a movie stream is never going to pull in the 4 to 6 crore frantic, simultaneous live viewers of an IPL final over. But ask any media buyer, and they will tell you this is a false equivalence. It really comes down to perishable media versus durable media. Cricket is perishable. It sells based entirely on the anxiety of the exact moment. A movie, though, a movie is durable. While sports might have a higher peak concurrency for a few minutes, this movie delivered high-quality, targeted ad engagement over a much longer lifespan. It's just a different kind of victory, one that doesn't actually need stadium noise to be highly profitable.
Finally, Section 5, the new digital TRP, the macro industry shift.
As you can see, the rules of entertainment success have fundamentally been rewritten. In the old satellite TV model, success was measured by BARC TRP ratings that were delivered weeks after the actual broadcast. But the new model, it uses real-time digital concurrency and account reach metrics. We've completely moved from linear commercial breaks, where literally everyone sees the exact same ad, to connected TV's targeted ad injection. And instead of time limitations restricting movies to just 10 or 12 main sponsors, we're now seeing 50-plus diverse national brands integrated seamlessly. Traditional satellite TV TRPs are being completely replaced by a smarter, much faster system.
So we are left with a massive cultural and business shift. Jio Hotstar proved, without a doubt, that a streaming app can act exactly like a traditional primetime television channel when it has the right property. But it leaves us with a really vital question to ponder. The theatrical window has closed, but is appointment streaming the future of all entertainment? Or is this just a one-off anomaly reserved for massive blockbusters like Dorn on There 2? Can the industry replicate this 7 p.m. magic for smaller films? Or does it require an 1800-core giant to force us all onto the couch at the exact same time? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep questioning how your media is delivered to you.